I think getting a reaction is absolutely critical. Most people react to what they do. What we need to happen is to get them to react to our exposure. See, most people play defense. Shane Smith of Vice once said there's the soccer ball going back. If we chase the ball in the media, we chase the ball. What does everyone talk about? They're talking about Joe Biden today. They're talking about banks yesterday. So what we have to do is create the story by reporting on what's going on, so that they react to us. They're not used to that. They don't know how to handle that. That terrifies them, right? Because they can't control the information. So by creating the reaction like Pfizer responded, and they didn't deny the guy worked for him. In fact, they confirmed what he said. Oh yeah, we mutate the virus. It was actually remarkable. I was actually surprised that Pfizer responded to that. And it was also remarkable, if you notice about that story a month ago, that was a massive story. It was remarkable that Pfizer responded to the guy, and all these people on Twitter were researching who he was. Okay, remember he Boston Consulting Group. They were finding out his medical certificate at Yale. I mean, it was like a citizen army of researchers, all doing it for free. Meanwhile, you had the media going, "Well, we can't confirm that he works for Pfizer, and there's no evidence to suggest that he." I mean, think of the irony of media journalists saying they can't do their jobs while the citizens are doing their jobs for them
They're
and
like, we don't see
confirming.
anything.
They're
Yeah.
literally like, my favorite is there's no evidence to suggest that he works for Pfizer. Listen to that. There's no evidence to suggest. Meanwhile, all the citizens in the subtweets are finding all the evidence. They say he's Yale doctor, he's consultant. I mean, so what that did for me is, wow, there are thousands of people that will do this journalism for free while the journalists don't do journalism. So
Right.
you have to decentralize it, okay?
What do you think people should expose, and then what do you think people shouldn't expose? Like, where does the line of privacy and activism and journalism, like, what? Yeah, I'll just ask that.
That's a great question. I mean, journalism is making public secrets that powerful people want kept hidden for the wrong reasons.
Mm,
So it's different in every situation. Ultimately, it comes down to a secret, something that someone wants kept hidden. And of course, some secrets are necessary, right? Like, for example, I don't ever bring a camera into someone's bedroom. That's just not an area I would ever go. And I've had to redact, like, remove from tapes when people talk about these sorts of things because I don't think the public eye should ever see that. For
right.
example, when someone sent me Joe Biden's daughter's diary, I didn't publish it. People wanted me to, but I just think that there's certain stories I won't tell. Um, and on the other hand, some things people have a right to know. The public has a right to know when a pharmaceutical company is lying to their customers, when the intelligence agencies are targeting Americans, when school teachers or union officials are covering up statutory rape. So that line changes depending upon the circumstances. So it's kind of a situational ethics. And every one of us out there have to understand how this works if you're going to be empowered to do it. You're also going to have to understand how to tell the story because I ultimately believe that the citizens, sort of like what you do, they need to tell their own stories.
Why, what the reason that you got ousted from your own company was, and also if you think it had anything to do with that Pfizer drop, or that was just like a coincidental time frame.
Well, I mean, I don't like to speculate. Everyone, I'm sure that they want the headline. O'Keefe says Pfizer kicked him out. I don't know what happened. I truly, it was truly bizarre. I've been doing this for, again, 14 years, and then suddenly the biggest story of my life, that story was viewed 50 million times, and has led to other Pfizer whistleblowers reaching out to me even this week. We're working on some of that. Hint, hint. But I don't know why a week after that, suddenly there was an emergency to remove me.